Alright, guys, it's your boy Luna the Programmer here, and today we're back with another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and today we're actually on the global version, simply because this is probably going to be easier for me to try and do. I actually tried to record this already. My headset was dying, so I figured, okay, I'll just record this super quick. My headset died in the middle, and I figured, okay, well, I have another pair of headphones that I can maybe use, try it out. It turns out that I had to scrap that original recording because I had my mic muted the entire time, so I was just talking and talking, and obviously no audio was being picked up. Anyways, we're here. Super Dragon Ball Heroes collaboration. Right now we have the Super Saiyan 4s, as well as a couple of other things, but we'll start with the Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. Um, so he leads the crossover category, 3 key and 120. The crossover category, I believe they said would include any collaboration event. So I'm assuming this would mean the Dragon Ball Heroes, uh, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, as well as Dragon Ball Fighters, because there are only a couple cards from there, but there are still, I think, would be included in the category because that was a crossover or collaboration, I believe, back in 2018 when the game was coming out, February, I believe that was. Right after the anniversary, right? Or right before. So, anyways, this Bardock Super Saiyan 4, he seals the enemy, which is pretty good. He gives himself 140% to himself, and that'll be a common trait with these Super Saiyan 4s. All the Super Saiyan 4s gives himself at least this much. He also gives himself an additional attack and defense plus 40% when there are four or more crossover category allies on the team. Now, I believe this is another four or more, so this does not include himself. So you need him and an additional four allies, meaning you need five out of your seven total units on your team to be in the crossover category. Um, when your HP is 80% or above, he becomes super effective, and if you're lucky enough to be 90% or above, he then performs critical hits. These links are very good with Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighters, Prepare for Battle, Saiyan War, and as well as the First Awakened. Somewhat of a rarity, but it's fine. He'll share this with other Bardock units. Um, One thing to note is that he is actually an SSR, so he does have sync links. He does not have the fierce battle he would gain upon Dokkan Awakening. He has Dragon Ball Heroes, of course, crossover, as well as Resurrected Warriors, Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers, Goku's Family, and the Giant Ape Power category that just released with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Speaking of another Super Saiyan 4, we're moving right on to Gohan, who is perhaps my favorite of the bunch. He leads this same category, Giant Power, by giving him 3 key and 120%. He causes immense damage, and I believe this is cut off here, but I think I saw he said he massively lowers defense, enemy defense. So he gives himself the 140 I was talking about, but he also reduces his damage received overall by 40% when there are, again, another four or more Great A Power category allies on the team, so this does not include himself in this four. He also has a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy when performing a super. Very good. He shares 5 out of the 6 links with Bardock with Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Experienced Fighters Prepare for Battle, and Saiyan Roar. So once they Dokkan, I believe they'll share 6 of 7 links, as well as 4 categories. That being Crossover, Goku's Family, Dragon Ball Heroes, and Time Travelers. Oh, and Grade A Power as well. So they share most of their categories. So I would probably call them linking buddies for sure. These two Super Saiyan 4s here. So yeah, this Gohan is actually quite nice. Um, Moving on to the demons for a moment. We have Demon God Salsa, who is a free-to-play unit called 32, as well as the low leader skill. He raises his own defense by greatly raises his defense, that's slightly better, for one turn, as well as causing supreme damage to the enemy. Crossover category 3 key 50%, that doesn't really matter. Um, the passive is really what I'm interested in. 60% attack and defense, as well as an additional attack plus 15% up to 60, as well as a chance of evading the enemy's attack, including supers, plus 10 up to 30% per crossover category ally. Now this is good because unlike the Super Saiyan 4s we have looked at previously, this guy actually includes himself in this because it's just per ally, not another ally. He doesn't require that. Per ally, so even if it's just him on the team, which is unlikely because looking at his links, you'll want to run him with probably Demigra. Um, he'll be giving himself 75% attack as well as a 10% chance to evade. His links are Loyalty, Master of Magic Prodigies, Thirst for Conquest, Brainiac, Shocking Speed, and Shattering the Limit, of course. He has 6 categories, but they are 6 good categories. Crossover, Dragon Ball Heroes, Terrifying Conquerors, yes, Battle of Wits, Time Travelers, and the ever forgotten Dragon Ball Seekers. Moving on, we have Demon God Dabra, who has a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy upon super. He leads Dragon Ball Heroes 3 key in 130, and I believe this is the same lead that Few has, the Extreme Intelligence Few. So there's an additional leader for you guys. He gives himself 100% attack defense, plus an additional of that same amount, as well as a 20% debuff for 2 turns when facing a single enemy. Face 2 or more enemies, he'll give himself an additional 100% defense instead, as well as a high chance of evading the enemy's attacks. He has Loyalty, Shocking Speed, Brutal Beatdown, Master of Magic, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Shattering Limit. Pretty good link set, especially for villains. The Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, and Fear and Faith, as well as Shocking Speed, I suppose, are actually fairly common villain links. He has Crossover, Dragon Ball Heroes, Terrifying Conquerors, an important one, Siblings Bond, Time Travelers, and again the ever forgotten, but perhaps not anymore, Dragon Ball Seekers. Next, next we have the girl herself. My favorite unit for very particular reasons. Um, she is Demon Goddess Toa. She lowers attack and seals upon super. She leads the Dragon Ball Heroes category, completely replacing Few with 3 key and 150% to all stats. So let's take a look at what she does. She gives herself 100% attacking defense, as well as all allies, not extreme types, just like the Tech Toa, not this time. She gives all allies 3 key, as well as an additional attacking defense plus 30%. She also has a high chance of an additional 10% attack, and then as well as a high chance for an additional 10% defense. Get below 50% HP, and she'll recover that amount, as well as giving Extreme Class allies a monstrous 50% attack and defense. Pair her with the Toas we have previously in the game, and it's going to be quite the rotation. They share Demonic Power. I think they share every single link, right? Demonic Power, Solid Support, Battlefield Diva, Master of Magic, Thirst for Conquest, Scientist, and Shattering the Limit. She is in notable categories include Peppy Gals, Siblings Bond, Battle of Wits, as well as Dragon Ball Seekers. Terrifying Conquerors, well, I guess you could run her with Dabura, of course, and Cooler, continuing to solidify himself as one of the best TURs in the game, perhaps one of the best units in the game overall, dare I say. We go back to the Saiyan power, or Great Ape power, I suppose, with Super Saiyan 4 Broly, who appears to be the worst of the lot, only greatly lowering defense on his super, leading the Great Ape power category with 3 key and 130% though. He gives himself 140% to himself on super attack, which is unfortunate, but this does mean, should you choose to run him with Toa, he'll be getting a much greater boost simply because of the way that these boosts are calculated. He also has a chance to launch an additional super attack, a high chance, that has a chance to becoming a super when there is another giant 8 power category ally attacking in that same turn. He has some of the best links I have seen from a Broly card, perhaps second only to the Dragon Ball Super variant with Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Nightmare, Brutal Beatdown, Prepare for Battle, Saiyan War, as well as Fierce Battle. He has the least amount of categories as everyone know, with only Crossover, Dragon Ball Heroes, Pure Saiyans, Great Ape Power, and Time Travelers. Unfortunate, but these are still good categories that you'll want to use him on. What else do we have here? We have the Legendary Summon, which no one really cares about, and the main man himself, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito Zeno. He leads the crossover category. It's, of course, the new category for this celebration. with 3 ki and 170% to all stats, he raises his own defense for 1 turn as well as causing immense damage to the enemy. He gives himself the fabled 140% as well as Super Saiyan 4s do. As well, he decides to turn himself into cooler by deciding to support crossover category allies with 1 ki and 20%, and grade A power category allies with an additional 1 ki and 20%, as well as a high chance of evading the enemy's super attack and countering with tremendous power. All in all, he'll be giving himself 180% attack and defense, as well as 2 ki at all times. He has some pretty good links with Super Saiyan, Fused Fighter, Power Bestowed by God, Prepare for Battle, Saiyan War, Fierce Battle, and Infighter. He has 6 categories this time around: Crossover, Dragon Ball Heroes, Patara, Final Trump Card, Grade 8 Power, and Time Travelers. Now, one thing that I did want to note is that the homie Goresh here says, on Global, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito does not have the Battle of Wits nor the Kamehameha categories on Global, but for some reason he has on JP, which I hope is fixed because I'm not sure if you paid attention, but the SSR variant of Super Saiyan 4 Vegito does in fact do the Kamehameha, but the TUR does not. And there is only one unit in the entire game that does not do the Kamehameha category, sorry, the Kamehameha in a super attack, but is on the category anyway, and that is the Angel Cell, and this is because the Kamehameha category came out long before his Dokkan Awakening, and you know they do not remove categories upon awakening. So, I wonder if they're going to fix it, or they're going to leave him on the Kamehameha categories, because this creates a interesting bit of inconsistency. But as far as Kamehameha, that is a bit weird, but Battle of Wits, both versions should definitely have this one. And because of the fact that he does not have the Kamehameha category on Global, he instead has the much worse Infighter link. So yes, you can easily say this is a global shaft. Moving on to another tweet by Goresh. Unfortunately, Toa and Dabura are not on Realm of Gods. They are not on Realm of Gods. As well as so someone points out down here, Salsa is apparently not on Realm of Gods either. Let's take a look just to triple check. Yeah, Salsa is also not on Realm of Gods, which I find very interesting. I'm thinking that this is most likely a bit of a bug or maybe a mistake because these characters all have Demon God in their name. Demon God Salsa, Demon God Dabura, right? Demon God Goddess, rather, Demon Goddess Toa, right? So they are demon gods. They have divine energy, so they should, of course, naturally be in the realm of gods category. Um, One thing that I really want to take a look at real quick is um, the Dokkan Wiki, really quickly, because I want to see if they have updated the Dragon Ball Heroes page just yet, just to see. Um, these guys are getting Dokkan Awakenings as well. Um, let's actually try and pull them up. Trying to wonder if Goresh has them, or do I have to look it up myself here? There's the super attack animations. There's Broly. Guys, okay, yes. Here they are. I'll just take a well, as well as the mirror as well. So I'm going to take a look at them, and I'm going to try to translate them with you know what we already know. So we'll open him. We'll open you. Who else? You got a Dokkan. Uh, who else is there? Right? So, and of course the Mira, right? So actually, Dragon Ball Heroes is slowly becoming one of the, I'd say, better categories. Very, very limited, right? But still one of the better categories in the game. I'm looking for the Demigra, but is he not here? Sorry, not the Demigra. The Mira. Weird, he's not here. Um, But these guys are getting very, very good indeed. This category is getting very good indeed. Here we are. Not sure why he isn't in the on the page, but so we pull them up. Let's see what we have here. So we'll go in the order that they are presented on the Twitter. So we have Demigra, then we have the Massayans, and then we have the Mira. So Demigra in his new form. Leader isn't really important, but that looks to be, what does he have here? Extreme Fizz, so he goes up to 100% Extreme Fizz, so he gives himself 120% at the start of turn, as well as Extreme types 3 key, and I believe 30% defense. Does that match up? Yes, it does. Looks like he debuffs all enemies by 20%, and I can't remember what category that is, but I think when there is a, I, I'll just say blank, when there's a blank type enemy, he gets an additional attack plus 10% per orb. That's what it appears to be. Um, he also appears to greatly raise his attack for a turn. I think, yeah, he greatly raises in base, so I know they're not going to change that, so he at least greatly raises it. I guess we can move on now, because, let's see, his links are, they're pretty decent, right? Especially for this, he'll link well with his intelligent self with Master of Magic. I think they have Revival. I know they have Godly Power. I'm pretty sure Brainiac and Demonic Power. So obviously you add Fierce Battle to this, and he becomes pretty good. Moving on now to the Vegeta here. He now leads Extreme AGL types 100%. Still with the lowering attack and defense. I think I'll close. There we go. So he gives himself, oh my goodness, hold on. He gives himself 160% attack and defense when key is 6 or more. Let's see. Plus an additional, hold on. And when key is 10 or more, he gets an additional 2 key. And I can't tell what the last part is, because it's not, I'm trying to base off this part of his passive with the Japanese, because I can't really read it, but it looks like perhaps something for, again, this category. I cannot remember what this category is, but he gets an additional 60% up for, it appears, 3 turns with this category, something with this category, right? Sorry, I can't quite read it, right? But yeah, moving on. The one that I was really interested was actually the Dark Masked King, or King Vegeta, right? So he gives himself, again, Extreme Int, 100%, good for Battlefield, I suppose. So he gives himself 100% attack and defense, plus when receiving an attack, he gets an additional 100% defense for 5 turns, and, uh, something about Dragon Ball Heroes category. This is not obviously in his original passive, but he still heals the 10% damage dealt as HP. Again, I can't read what he does when there's a Dragon Ball Heroes category enemy, I think. No, sorry, ally, I believe. Um, again, I can't really read that, so we'll see. Mira, another one that I was actually really looking forward to. So again, with the greatly raising defense, except this time he actually gives himself defense at the start of turn with 100% attack and 50% defense at turn start. Plus he appears to debuff the enemy for 2 turns. When attacking, and he gives himself an additional 50% attack up when, I'm assuming this is going to be launching a super attack. And again, he has. We didn't go over the links. We're just quickly going through the links for these guys. So they have this very good Saiyan based link set, minus maybe these two are kind of eh. But the rest of them are very good. But Mira, with the Android Assault, Tough as Nails, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Demonic Power is going to be pretty much exclusive to the Dragon Ball Heroes team, or well, I guess Time Travelers as well. And Berserker, you're not really going to get active. Um, But oh, he disables guard. I didn't realize that. That's what this is. He disables guard. Very nice. Okay, this could be very good indeed. This could be very good indeed. So, yeah, this batch of units, it is it's going to be very very nice indeed. You know, I would say if you're a JP player, you could probably summon a little bit. Please be aware though that Christmas is coming up, New Year's is coming up, anniversary is coming up, and yes, that is in a couple of months, but still not super long from now. So I wouldn't go too deep on these banners, despite the fact that every single unit on here is either good or amazing. I think Broly, even him being the worst one, is still pretty good. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't go too deep into it. If you're a JP player, if you play global, I no longer play global, but if you play global, you could probably just go ham, right? Because obviously yes, you have Christmas and New Year's, but you do not have an anniversary to look forward to, at least not nearly as soon. Um, you know, so I think you can be a bit more liberal if you're on the global version of the game. Anyways, guys, I think that'll pretty much wrap it up for me this time. Um, if you enjoyed the video or you learned something new, please leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy the video or you didn't enjoy anything. My name is Luna, also known as Luna the Programmer, and I'll catch you guys next time. It is getting very late, 4 a.m., and I have to sleep, so bye.